Good morning, everybody. My name is Cooter Pickleberry. This is Florida Man Cooking. Today on Florida Man Cooking, we're going to make a key lime pie. It's one of those Florida things. Everybody comes down here and they want to buy one, and they think they can't get it in, Milwaukee or Anchorage or wherever, but you can. Key lime juice is available on the internet. You can buy it in a bottle, or you can buy actual key limes. Either way is good. It tastes about the same. And it's just a couple of simple ingredients. It takes a few minutes to make. It's the easiest pie you'll ever make, and it's well worth it. We're going to make a homemade graham cracker crust today instead of using the store-bought ones. Store-bought's fine if you're in a hurry, but this is like 10 times better. And the key lime's still the overpowering flavor, but this stuff's pretty good if you make it, so we'll do that real quick. So to do that, we're going to take two of these things and grind them up in a food processor. If you don't have a food processor, you can still do it. You just get a big Ziploc bag, like a gallon size, and you throw these in there and beat the crap out of them until you get a powder. And then we're going to mix a little melted butter in that so it kind of gets a wet sand texture. Kind of like if you went down to the tide line and scooped up a handful of sand, that's kind of the consistency of it that you want. And then you stick it in a pie pan and crush it down. And we'll show you how to do that in just a minute. Let me grind these up first. Okay, so we've got that all crushed up pretty good now. And the next thing we do is take about 5 tablespoons of butter. For those of you who don't know how that works, it's marked on the side of the butter stick. So just grab a stick of butter. Salted's better. I don't have any, so this is unsalted. So mix that in there. And then we'll grab a spoon and just kind of turn this into a wet sand consistency. Okay, we got our wet sand going now. We just dump that into a pie tin. This is, I think, a 9-inch. That might be a little bit more than I want. I'd like to have a little bit deeper pie tin, but I don't have one. Take a little ramekin and just kind of flatten that stuff out. Doesn't really matter how it looks. You're not going to see it other than on the bottom. So if you have a see-through dish and you want to look at it, you might be able to see that. But otherwise, it really doesn't matter. You're just trying to make a crust, something for the stuff to sit on. And that's about all there is to that. It's fine. It's nobody ever accused me of being making good-looking pies, but I sure make good tasting pies. So that's that. We're gonna stick this in the oven for about 10 or 15 minutes and we'll get back with the rest of the fixings. All right, now we're ready for the rest of the ingredients, which are pretty simple. It's a cup of key lime juice, 2 cans, these 14-ounce cans of sweetened condensed milk, and 6 egg yolks. You gotta separate the yolks from the whites. We don't use the whites, so you just, probably should have shown you. Just crack an egg and then just pour it back and forth in the shell. The whites will drip out. Keep the yolks, put those in a bowl. Once you're done, you just mix that up with a whisk, throw it in the pie shell and back in the oven 15 minutes at 350 degrees. Then we'll pull it out, let it cool for a little bit, and then stick it in the fridge for a few hours to get really cool. And we'll serve it with some whipped cream at the end, which I will make later. But I probably won't show you how to do that since that one's pretty simple. Not that this is hard. So there goes that. Key lime juice, 1 cup, 6 egg yolks, and a whisk. And that's about that. Now we just pour it into the shell. And then back in the oven 15 minutes, 350 degrees, pull it out, cool it off, stick it in the fridge, and in a few hours, we will have a delicious key lime pie. And it's as easy as that. It's about the easiest pie there is to make. So we'll see you in a little bit. Hey, we're back. The pie sat in the fridge overnight. It was Easter Sunday, and I kind of ran out of time to get this done yesterday. But we're gonna have a little for breakfast. So that's a key lime pie. Got some fresh whipped cream I just made, way better than store-bought. And come back here in a second when I get it sliced up. I'll show you what it tastes like. I guess if you could taste it through camera, which you can't. Anyway, see you in a sec. Let's see how it tastes. Really good. Tastes like Florida. That graham cracker crust we made is way better than the store-bought.
I think the whipping cream's better if you make it yourself too. That's just got a little bit of sugar and a little bit of vanilla extract in it. Takes about 5 minutes to make. Delicious. Thanks for joining us. See you again soon. Bye.